Hair doesn't have to be wet in this. Okay, ladies, y'all gather around. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. I'm demonstrating today a version relaxer as well as a relaxer retouch. With the version relaxer, your implementing tools that you need is your bowl, your simulated product. I'm also going to do no base and a base relaxer application. So you need your product, your base. Then also we learned that we need a spatula so we could get the simulated product and everybody see the viscosity of it is really thick. So we're going to get enough that we need for our application. You have your gloves. You have your hand sanitizer. Also, when we begin, you're going to actually section your mannequin starting from the center front, traveling all the way down to the center back. And with that, you're going to actually find the apex, the very top of the head. Placing a comb at the very top where the teeth meet the scalp, that will be considered the apex. So it should go slightly behind the ear, traveling down the parietal ridge, making partings that are off the scalp partings. Is going to play a tremendous role when you're doing a relaxer application, whether it's a version or whether it's a hair recolor, a retouch of relaxing. So I'm going to take in 4 sections, making sure it's free and away from her scalp. The comb. I got party girls over here. They're gonna make me swing on them. Party over here, party over there.
You used to be in the club like this trying to bump somebody just to swing on.
Just got paid Friday.
You got paid?
Okay, now in the process of us going through and we're doing off the scalp section from the apex down the parietal ridge, slightly behind the ear, traveling down the widest area of the head, which is also called and known as the crest area. I'm going to take and section these out, and I'm going to start right here at the back left. Now the back left is where I'm going to actually do a version relaxer application, and it's going to be base. So when we consider using our base, when you all use your product, this is the way that you could use this applicator bottle. And the way that you use it is once you have the product in, you're going to squeeze the bottle first. Then with squeezing the bottle, you take everything to the tip of the bottle. So flip the bottle over, allow the product to get there. Allow it to swell, and then you'll know that the product won't flow out and drip out. So everything will be nice, clean. All right? Now, because we're doing a base relaxer, and a base relaxer is considered what type of relaxer in most cases?
No lie.
Say it. A lie relaxer. Okay? The no lie relaxers are mostly those that are mixed. So the lie relaxers come in those that are not mixed. Okay? So you're going to take and you're going to base the scalp with your product, with your base. Off the scalp, don't cause any irritation to it. So you're going to take your base and go down. Tilt your head, sweetie. You're going to tilt and base it going down and around the perimeter as well. So you want to go around the perimeter of her hairline too. Now, after you have done that, you're going to take and go through each subsection a fourth of an inch or less. We learned that when you take a fourth of an inch or less and you're going through and you're basing the scalp area, because this is a base relaxer, you're going to take always a fourth or less, because when you are simulating that product, which is going to cause, it's not going to cause irritation to the scalp. Light relaxers have a tendency to irritate the scalp a lot. So we're going to go in and just make nice, clean, straight subsections. What kind of subsections we're going to take?
Nice, clean, straight subsections.
Okay, awesome. And we're traveling down. You see how it doesn't take a lot of time going through with your applicator bottle and aligning that product going down the scalp. Just run it down like that. So now that we have completely based her scalp, we're going to have, come over here, turn my body. I'm going to work from this angle, so you all gather around. The way that I want you to apply your product, ladies, use your product, make sure the rim of your bowl is always clean. So taking the product, what you're going to do is create a nice bead that sits on the tip of the brush. When you're actually, don't go in dipping in where relaxer just get all on the brush. Find a habit because you work professionally and proficiently. Now that I have this product, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm going to outline the section. Okay, I'm going to go around, outline it, creating a nice bead, a product, and you're actually taking a look at the brush. See that I'm not taking the brush and I'm going straight down to the scalp in a nice horizontal. I want you to take it and tilt it on a diagonal. So 45-degree angle where it looks like a triangle, and paste that product on because you're not causing any type of irritation to the scalp at all. So now that I'm going to go back in and take a fourth of an inch subsection, and we're doing a version. When you go in, you're going to apply that product using your hand as a board. You could take it and use 3 fingers or all 4 of your fingers and use your hand as a board as you begin to paste. 45-degree angle because I don't want to disturb.
How many inches from the scalp? A half inch?
It's going to be at the scalp and travel out, okay? Not on the scalp, but at the scalp. All right? So, and then you're going to come out to 1 inch. 1 inch, making sure it's completely saturated on both sides. If not, take it, glaze it, going down but leaving out 1 inch at the ends, okay? Going in. And when we were in classroom discussion and we talked about some of the different things that's taking place inside the cuticle with the peptide chain, it's breaking the sulfide bonds, traveling down. That product begins to glaze on top of there about 1/4 or less. So you're applying that product, leaving out but 1 inch, taking it and pasting it on in a 45-degree angle as that simulated product with your relaxer, whether it's a sodium hydroxide relaxer or if it's a hydroxide relaxer that you're using on your client. And I'm going to take and paste this on traveling down using my hand as a board, and it begins to break the disulfide bonds as soon as you place that product on there. That's what it's doing. The moment you begin to stress the hair is when you start adding more tension that's not needed in the process. So as I silk through, the heat from your client's head is going to start penetrating. One other thing that I want you to know, because we're dealing with the widest area of the head, you could go in and take little increments, because if it begins to be wide where it doesn't hold on top of your hand that's comfortable, you could go in and take a section less than a fourth and do 2 sections in one. So therefore, applying that simulated product, leaving but an inch out at the ends, and come over here on the side. So if you travel from left to right, the same way we read, and it begins to break down that product, break down the curl pattern, that overly curly hair or extremely curly hair. Most cases, relaxers that are used during this application would be for extremely curly hair or someone that has coarse hair. You could use sodium hydroxide or so I'm continue going straight down, making sure I completely saturate, leaving but an inch out. And I'll continue this all the way down. A fourth of an inch or less, making nice clean subsections. Where am I going to apply the assimilated product?
On the scalp down.
At the scalp.
At the scalp, not on the scalp.
At the scalp and traveling down the mid shaft to about what?
An inch from the end.
Leaving out an inch, yes. But that inch from the end. And you see it's nice and clean. How a fourth, if you do a fourth or less, is going to completely saturate all the way through because of the viscosity of this product. That is doing what into the cuticle of the hair? What is it breaking?
The disulfide bond.
The disulfide bond. So it's going during the disulfide bond is being broken. What begins to take place after that? Anyone knows? It starts to straighten, and during the process of it straightening and breaking that disulfide bond, what is it called? That it begins to, the sulfur atom is going to detach it, and during that part of detachment, what happens? Yes, lethionization happens. Yes, lethionization. That begins to take place. So that means that it's altering it, and it's not going to return back as it once was. So it's taking it from extremely curly to curly. Okay? Then you could take and you could just lay that down. Now I'm going to show you, stop that.